Yeah, I got this record with the corniest title on earth. It was, on one side was Josh White and the other side was Big Bill Brunsey. And the title of the record was Josh White Comes A-Visitin', Big Bill Brunsey Comes A-Pickin'. And it was a wonderful record. There were a couple of other dual artist records that well, there was at least one other that was a huge influence on me. I got an album that had Pink Anderson on one side and Reverend Gary Davis on the other. What a fantastic record that was. On this Josh White Comes A-Visitin', Big Bill Brunsey Comes A-Pickin' record, there was a talking blues that Brunsey did called, he called it, or it was titled on the cover art, it was titled the Hey Bud Blues, B-U-D. But he didn't say Hey Bud, they misheard him. He was saying Hey Bub. So I always thought it was the Hey Bub Blues. And I learned it when I was 14 years old, and it's one of the few things that I really learned note for note. But I didn't learn the talking part because I realized that at 14 or 15, however old I was, it wasn't the appropriate thing for me. So years later, when I could have done it, I didn't have it. I didn't have the words. So when I recorded it on Try Me One More Time, I just did the instrumental part of it and said, gee, I can't find the record. And then I got emails from all over from people who told me what it was. You know, Brunsey recorded under a number of different titles. On that album, it was the Hey Bub Blues or the Hey Bud Blues, if you're the people who wrote the liner notes. And on others, it was the Mule Riding Blues. And there was at least one other title that he used for the same tune. I was just riding my old mule, minding my own business, wasn't bothering a soul. And I come on an old hen and rooster by the side of the road. And the hen says, hey, bub, I ain't gonna take this sitting down. I'm here sitting off or hatching out these black and brown, you're catfishing all over town. So I spud my mule and I rode on down the road. Minding my own business, wasn't bothering a soul. And I come upon a couple of tomcats by the side of the road. And one says to the other, it says, hey, bub, let's go cross town and clown. The other tomcat, he says, we'll go across town all right, but you're gonna set your little butt right on down. So I spud my mule and rode on down the road. Minded my own business, wasn't bothering a soul. And I come upon a pretty girl by the side of the road. And I say, hey lady, you married? She says, no, and I've never been kissed. I said, well, I got a Cadillac car and a $20 bill, and I know a little place over the hill. She says, you can forget about the car, but keep talking about the bill and that hill. I spud my old mule and went on down the road. I was minding my own business, I wasn't bothering a soul. And I rode on into town. I look up, I see a man at the window of a big old building. And he's taking off his clothes one at a time and throwing them out the window. So I say, hey, bub, what's happening? He says, if you knew what I got in here and what I paid for this room, those clothes be out of style by the time I get down.